Mets fans are still awaiting the return of their aces, Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom. Scherzer had a rehab start this week and appears to be pretty close to returning to the club, but that doesn't mean the Amazings won't be looking for another arm to add to their starting rotation. So here to talk with me about some Mets baseball is New York Post Mets beat reporter Mike Puma. Mike, good to see you. There was some talk that Max Scherzer could return this weekend, but now that isn't the case. So what's the latest on when Mets fans can expect to see Scherzer back in the big leagues?
Yeah, team officials had kind of kicked around the idea of Scherzer starting Sunday. He pitched the rehab start in Binghamton Tuesday, threw 65 pitches. And, all along, I think Scherzer thought it was just going to be one start and then back in the big leagues. I think they just want to show a little bit of caution here, make sure everything's good with the oblique, because something you don't want to rush and then end up with a longer stint on the injury list. And, maybe they rush Tyler McGill a little bit, and we see he's back on the shelf now with the shoulder injury. So Mets just showing a little bit of extra caution here with Scherzer. Maybe we'll see him later this week, and still deciding if they're going to send him out for another rehab start.
Fans anxious to see him back in the big leagues for sure. Now, Mike, there's also been reports that the Mets have been interested in Red starting pitcher Luis Castillo. So what's the likelihood the Mets seriously pursue acquiring Castillo or another starter before the trade deadline?
Well, I think starting pitching in general is going to be a priority here. We see how fragile the rotation is right now. And, a guy like Carlos Carrasco goes out the other day and has to leave with the back tightness. They're really only one injury away here from really kind of being shorthanded when you're talking about Scherzer, deGrom, and McGill on the injured list here. So that, Castillo's certainly one of those names out there. It figures to be available. But, I think they're going to look long and deep for another arm for the rotation, and also the bullpen too. I think that's an area they're going to look to address.
Can never not have enough arms, so the Mets will be looking to try to bolster either the rotation or the bullpen. We shall see. Mike, thank you for joining me. Good to see you as always. As Mike Puma, New York Post Mets beat reporter. Mike, be well.
Thank you.